Oh, okay. Here we go. Any advice for a WASP? What does WASP mean? Do you know what that means?
I have
WASP.
no idea. Can you?
Amanda, please let us know what that means. A WASP Canadian girl who wants to get into activism but is afraid of being accused of white veganism. See, now this is the kind of question this is what I was hoping we would get, because this is your forte, right? What advice would you give Amanda?
I think what needs to be realized is that when people are saying, that when you're advocating to, let's say, like indigenous people, right, of North America, or any other sort of person of color, right? I hate the term, but when
It's so
you're
racist, isn't it? Sorry, it's
yeah,
such a racist
that
term. Person of colored person is basically what you're saying, and that's like the most
yeah.
race. Anyway, sorry, continue. I just
Yeah.
wanted to
So
chime in.
when you're like the better term is to, of course, say when you're talking to racial minorities, right? Um, See them as your equals, right? See them as your equals. See them as equal human beings who are capable of reaching the same moral standard that you are capable of reaching, because, well, they are capable of reaching the same moral standard that you are capable of. And anyone who says otherwise is bigoted, right? And it may be that the very person whom you're talking to, it may be that racial minority member, and the thing you should say to them is that, okay, how do I phrase this? Okay, you could tell them that you respect them enough, right, to be straightforward with them, to not treat them like a child, right, to talk to them as you would talk to any other person, right? So I think that's how you should go about it.
I agree, and if this is all, but this is where this what accusation of white veganism comes from, is by not. So these individuals that will accuse Amanda of white veganism will be saying that because she treats everyone equally and her message goes out to everyone indiscriminately. So it's like, we should all be vegan, we shouldn't abuse animals. And I don't care if you read this and you're in India, or if you read this and you're in Canada, the message is the same. And yes, there are different. Obviously, there are intricacies that we can get into, but ultimately, the baseline message is out there. If you receive it and it doesn't apply to you, like for example, if she says something, if it gets to someone in a tribe, somehow has the internet somehow, but doesn't have access to any other food other than what they have to hunt, and they physically can't be vegan. But if it ended up on someone like that's computer, I mean, they should have the awareness to know that maybe that's not relevant for them. That's not Amanda's fault that it got there. Amanda's putting out a message that is, she wants everybody to have the same opportunity to get that message that she's putting out. If she were to say, "Hey guys, if you are if you are in a developing country, this doesn't apply to you, but everybody else it does," that's technically what they want you to do. These people who would say white veganism, but that in itself is so discriminatory, isn't it?
Yeah, I would actually take. The thing is that it's quite difficult to offend me, right? I will, like it's very difficult to offend me. But if you say something like that, like, it's different for you. You don't have to do it.
Imagine, man.
It's important for all of us, but you don't have to do that. I would take offense at that. And that's not the reason why it's wrong, right? As I've explained, it's wrong because you're holding different people to different moral standards. But yeah, that would be one of the things that would offend me, and it doesn't matter whether or not I'm offended, but it's just something about me.
Well,
And
yeah, it's important, man. It's an important point to make. That is, well, you mentioned it earlier, bigotry of low expectation. That's what it is. It's. I'm saying, if I was to say that, if Amanda were to make that post, she would be saying, "Look, Aditya, you live in India. So just because you live in India, this post that I've made with this message, it doesn't apply to you. No, I don't know your position. I don't know your moral standards. I don't know how intelligent you are. Actually, by making this post and saying it doesn't apply to you, I'm assuming that you don't have the level of intelligence or the morals or whatever it is to receive this message. I'm prejudging you, and isn't that is like the worst form of discrimination there is. That is the basis of all discrimination. I am
right.
prejudging you on what I think you are or aren't, and I'm gonna discriminate against you because of it. It's a Yeah, and so Amanda, you know, you can't. Basically, you are you're kind of fucked if you do, and you're fucked if you don't. You're kind of in a position where it's like, if you do what these people say you should do, you are actually discriminating. And if you don't do what they say you should do, then they will call you discriminatory. But in the opinion of Aditya and me, as you just heard, and anyone who's rational, it is definitely the more discriminatory thing to do, make that post and say this doesn't count to you if you are this. That is the wrong thing to do, according to both of
And
us, for sure.
I think you might also take comfort in the fact that even I am accused of white veganism. So recently I got like, one of the things I said was like, posted on some page. I forgot the name of the page, but anyway, it was that I think the reason that most people, like, not most people, I think the reason veganism is not accepted in most of the social justice circles is because you actually have to do something and actually, you know, change your actions instead of just posting a hashtag on social media. And most people loved it on the comment section. But there were a few comments that were saying, this is white veganism, please check out this post. Funny enough, the post was from someone based in the United States. So yeah, people are going to make these accusations regardless of who you are. So, you know, just go ahead. We're doing it for the most vulnerable individuals on the planet. These accusations are going to keep coming. If it comes to me, it's going to come to you, no matter what you do. So I'd say just don't care about them.
It's a really good point, actually, and I really agree with it. It's like, no matter what you do, it's coming. I like that a lot. I've said that before myself to people personally, and also on here. And no matter what you do, they're coming for you. They're going to come for you because you're white, and even they come for you, Aditya, even though you're not. So it's, you know, it's you're not going to win here. So just get out there and do it, and get friendly with the block button. All right, get friendly with it. You don't waste your time with people who are unreasonable and are not going to, especially if there are other vegans. Oh my God, if there are other vegans and they're coming after you, why even waste your time with them? Oh my God, like, just block them. They don't matter to you. They're not going to be your friend. They're never going to support you. You're not trying to like reach them. What the fuck are we even bothering with them for? Just block, move on, never speak at them ever again. Easy as that.